I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just give me up. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just give me up. Don't stop.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I should say thank you very much.
Yeah! All right! Yes!
Sweeter with a smile on his face. But when the market crashes, oh, he sinks so low. Mood swings like a pendulum from high to hollow. Every tick and talk, he's counting like gold. Fingers on the pulse, cold heart won't hold. When Bitcoin's climbing, we dance on moonbeams. Fall comes, he's a bear lost in techie dreams. I just wish he loved me as much as those charts. Wish he touched my soul like he touches those parts of his wretched crypto world where I'm just a ghost, longing for the days he loved me the most. Up or down, we're bound by this wager's game. Price tags on our love, caught in crypto's flame. He provides, but the cost leaves me aching apart, yearning for his touch to fill this empty heart. He whispers sweet nothings when the market's kind. When fortunes fall, I'm just a shadow left behind. Each high and low we ride this volatile stream, but in my heart I just wanna be his dream. I just wish he loved me as much as wish he touched my soul like he touches those parts of his wretched crypto where I'm just a ghost, longing for the days he loved me the most.
My microphone is off. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Thank you. We caught it. Welcome everyone to the silent meme stream, the impromptu. That threw me off my game right there. Microphone's off. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Got 8 people, and okay, we'll start from scratch here. We just got started, so we caught it just in time. I didn't go 20 minutes like I used to. Those were the days, right? All right, so Bitcoin is dumping. Alts are scary. I was just flipping through and showing the ones that were strong. What did I just do there? I just erased my tab. And altcoins down basically about 3 or 4% today. Typical dump out of there. There's a few outliers that are holding strong. Might need to take profits if you needs to, because they are slowly coming down too. If Bitcoin continues to drop, altcoins will come down too as well. But what I was saying is that we're looking for areas, if this area will count, if we'll catch here. We're looking at this 5-wave structure just for this local move here, ABC correction. There's an argument that we can make a bounce here, catch some traction here. This is the 4-hour time frame, and let's take a look at these moving averages: 800, 600, 360, 200. They're all in great order, coming down to the 200 moving average. That's at 115.8. So there's a case that we could bounce off of here, our ABC correction. Elliot, do you see that? Oh, you're looking at, well, you're counting a bigger thing. Seriously? And you think that's going to do it for the ABC on a bigger? How did you count that? Oh, you did a weird ass count. All right, Elliot looking at, so I was looking at this little leg. He's looking at something totally else, but still we're looking at the same kind of target areas right down here. Elliot, I swear that you do drugs. Either that or you're not taking the proper medications. Elliot, so maybe at 115.4, 618 is what he's looking at. I've got an argument for this bigger area down here that we might wick down to over the weekend. This is Friday. They dumped us on a Friday. We've been here before, and hopefully, cross our fingers, unless they want to continue the dump into Monday and really scare us. We should start pumping probably Sunday nights. Usually what we see happen on a Friday dump, they start turning things around somewhere later in the weekend, okay? So we don't need to get too scared. It's the typical flush out, slam bam, thank you ma'am, scared you, made you sell me your bag. And the biggest thing that we just got to do is manage our risk here. Might there be some short plays? There might be, but a lot of them might be played out right now at the moment, unless we decide to go lower, like to that lower target at 113 is on the table. And let me zoom out here to the daily, and we'll look at the bigger picture of things here. And should I go to a different chart? This one's a little cleaner. It was a little cleaner. Is this the one that yeah, we can clear this one off, I believe. I don't have anything major over here. All right, so let's take a look at the big picture of things, and let's see what the possibilities of what we could be looking at. Because really, when you zoom out, we're just hanging right up here. We're just hanging around in a little range so far, right up here. And this little bitty box, that's just where we are. The bottom of it's at 107, where we tapped down. Made a nice little W there if it can hold. But are we retesting the middle? Are we coming back down? Or are we going lower? That's the questions we gotta tackle right now. So here on the daily, let me get rid of this little box because it's annoying me. We look at our moving averages, and we're testing the 21, which is great and in line for any kind of continuation upward. You'll see that we test the 200 quite a bit here on a nice little upward trend. Might that be what we're doing? You can see over here that we tested the 200 right here. Oh my God, it's over. It's going to zero. And tested it even over here where it started getting tricky. We tested it several times and bounced, right? It's when we lose it. When we lose the 50, that's when things are starting. That's the first signs of trouble. Hey, something's going on. And in here, it took it a minute, but it started developing a top pattern after we started losing that 50. That was and then Well, I don't want to go back in past history. You're a scary little pattern, man. You little Batman-looking freak. You usually spell downside. Are we trying to make one over here? Could be. And we're looking at 2 humps, a little hump, and 2 more big humps. Well, we could do another M shape over here. That's another idea. They could shake us around all month if they wanted to, but October is known for being Uptober, is what we're told, right? But it never is. It never is all at once, right? There are periods in October that you're going to be looking and say, why am I still in these altcoins? I'm about to give up. It happens every time. I could go back, and maybe I'll do that tonight, but go back and look at some of my old thumbnails from the past couple of years in October, and there are some nasty looking thumbnails where it just looks like all despair, right? And red days, dumps. Oh my God, why am I in crypto? You know, exactly that. So we can get that. It's toward the second half. Now, what's crazy is that we just had our full moon, right? And that's normally pumpty pump, right? We're not getting that big pump, and I think that's what everybody was into. Well, not everybody's looking at the full moon, but there's a lot. Everybody's really bearish over here when we were in a flag to the upside, and we were consolidating at the top. So what we were doing. If you look at all the tops that we get out of Bitcoin, they do look like they could be a flag to the upside, do they not? But did they play out as flags to the upside? They did not, because we are at top areas. Whenever we just go up and make a little bit higher, and then we give it back. We go up and make a little bit higher, and we give it back. That's just the routine thing we do. We went up and made a little bit higher, and then we give a lot of it back. Went up and made a little bit higher, and we give it back. We're not blasting off. We're just gradually going up. But the people that are actually shorting the tops up here, it's hard to do, though. You got to have some conviction to hold on to that sucker, unless you get lucky and it just starts dropping quick. But as you remember, when we top out, it hangs out, consolidates, and then you got all the bullishness here on YouTube and crypto. I guess crypto Twitter. I don't hang out very much over there. Declaring all, you know, the all-time highs and all these targets over here. I think we were one of the first channels, or one of the few channels here, just to kind of put the warning bells out that, hey, it looks good, but not necessarily. We'll be hopeful, see if we can catch these areas, look for what we need to see. But we lost those areas one by one. They just got lost, and your flag chasers just make their flags bigger. But if you got other tools like your moving averages, and you pay attention to those, your Fibonacci levels, things like that, I believe that guides you a little bit better in this market. So let's zoom out and take a look at the very big picture from the very bottom here to the very top. And I like to pull me fibs, because a typical retrace. Okay, we got to factor this in, and perhaps I need to do a little fib lesson here. Okay, can you see these stages in the market? We got a base layer down here, we got a mid area in the market phase, and a possible top area up here. Okay, there's three level areas. Okay, can you see that? Let's post this out. This might be some alpha for you, the guys that don't understand some things about the fib, or maybe you haven't looked at the fibs in this way. That's a unique way to look at fibs. Well, here's one area. We could call that, or you could even make it lower down here at this area. However you want to look at it. I guess that was a little bit more accurate. We were down here consolidating, right? And then we kind of consolidated here. Now you could group this however at the time, I would have been looking at this. That's not it. I've been looking at this as our, kind of a second little level. A 1 hump, a 2 hump, a 3 hump, a dump. And when it was over here, that was scary AF. You're like, I can't really see us coming back up unless we're trying to double top over here. And we didn't even do that, right? So those scenarios weren't right. And now we got kind of this area up here that we're in. And I'll go ahead and I'll kind of group these together here. It's a little weird. Maybe we can even come down here. But we do have 3 little areas up here, right? All right, so knowing that we got 3 sections in the move, we got accumulation, we got markup, and possible distribution if this is a top. If it's a top, okay? So we consider that maybe this is the top. It's the top. This is the only top we got right now, right? So that's what we got to work with. All right. So here's the beautiful thing about the old Fibonacci. Okay, I want to do, oh man, did you mess up my fibs again? Let's put you back on my elaborate, very, very well populated. Is that it? RD1 official, I think that's it. Very populated fib pool here with extensions that I've got built in there to help me just navigate things a little easier. It looks like an eyesore, but it's got all the information there that I need to help me make some very informed decisions here. But your typical fib is from a little range from 0 to 100%, right? It starts at 1 from wherever you pull, and you pull down to the bottom. You pull with the trend. That's the thing. You pull with the trend for what you're looking for the resistance for that trend. And so if we were going to look from bottom, that's where my 1 starts, and then my 0 area comes up here at the top. And it's a scale 0 to 100 from this, and we're looking for retracements to where it can come down, right? All right, so that's kind of the general gist. Okay, so where do we look for it to come back to? That's the question. This is what I'm trying to get to. Which fib, if it's going to retrace, which one is it going to come back to? Now, you can look at this. This is the alpha that I was promising, okay? Depending on what segment you are in the market, that's kind of where which one of these 3 areas that we're kind of looking for, okay? So if we're down here, well, I would even define it this way. So let's see if we can let me draw a few things out here so we can see the parameters that we're looking at. This is our top, and this is our bottom areas right here. Okay, that's our range. That's where I'm pulling from, right through here. All right, so if we're in the bottom part of the market, then our retracements, like if we're on our bottoms and things like that, even on rounded bottoms and things like that, and we're trying to use our fibs, we're looking for these little areas right here. We're looking for these guys right here, but the 618, 786 in those bottom areas. Now, when we start getting to the middle area right over here, we're paying more attention to the 0.5 area. We're paying more attention to the 0.5s and the 618s. But then as we start getting going and toward these upper ones, now we're starting to pay a little bit more attention to these guys. Not so much the 0.5, right? We're starting to pay more attention to the 236s and 382s. Okay, so that's the kind of a rule of thumb, just a general guideline, okay? That way you're not always looking for the 618, or you're not always looking for the 786. I mean, you might be able to find it locally, but in a general rule, that's what we're looking for. And we get stronger bounces from the more shallow fibs that we come back to. For instance, when this was our top, with this top right here, when we went from bottom and that was our top, where did we come down to? 382. That's a good sign. Bouncing off of that leads to a big ass move that normally takes us up to this little target right here. Okay? And that's exactly what it did. It nailed it. It nailed it. It was an AB equals CD move. All right, so we're pulling down from here to there, and it could be this simple, ladies and gentlemen, to get that little target right there. Just doing that. Measure move. All right. So, taking that into consideration, let's go up to the next one. The next top we got, what happened here? We go from low to high. Where do we pull back to? Right here at the 382 area. Now this one, believe it or not, still has this as a yummy target at 166. Does this give you some hope, Em? You saw one instance where that worked and nailed that target. Could this work? Maybe. We'll hope. All right, so that's what we got there. We pulled back to it. We came down here and played around with the 236, retested it bearishly, come down. We finally bounced there, right? But it's been 382s that we came back to, right? Keep that in mind. So now we come up to our new high here. And what does it tell us? Well, we got two areas. Now, our hopeful area at this point in the market last stage, instead of the 382, which is down here at this big ass, I want to move you down here, at this big ass area, 84,000. I know, you don't want to hear that. Can't imagine that. We haven't been down in this area since April of this year. Gosh, was it April? Yeah, that was Liberation Day. Yeah, great day to buy, but you didn't feel like buying. You're like trying to protect your ass and not be liquidated and everything else went off of that day, right? I guess there's something said to be sitting on the sidelines of cash. All right, so So we got that idea, but at this point in the market, can it make sense that we just bounce off of our 236 instead? And my argument is yes. Now, the bigger thing says that that's 100,000. I don't know if it's going to happen this month. It may happen in November. We may go up and come down. We can make a 30% drop and still be A-okay on Bitcoin at this point in the market. And basically, if we take our little fib movement up here from the top down to the bottom, that's just a 20% drop. That's a typical drop in crypto. So we've got to keep it in our strategies, just so if we do experience those, which we will. They do. They flush us out almost every damn month. It seems we get some kind of flush out, right? Or maybe every couple of weeks. It seems like it, feels like it, especially altcoins. They are just getting the brunt of it, except for a few, which that's a good sign of what's happening in this later stage of the market, which is also giving me more confidence in this idea that if we do come down bigger picture, we're on the daily chart, 100,000, okay, it's still okay. We can get a hellacious bounce from there. But imagine if we bounced here at 8.4, what would our target be? Oh man, we got confluence with this one too. Oh wow. I can't imagine going to 84,000. I'm not trying to even paint that picture. I'm not trying to get, everybody's already feeling the fear right now. It's not the time to be talking about that kind of stuff right now. It's not like we're going to just, oh my God, we're at $84,000 tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. It can happen over weeks, but it doesn't make sense to be in October, right? So that's what we're looking at on this kind of stuff. Now, since we looked at the bigger picture things, which is always advisable, let's take our last move over here, if you don't mind. This move over here, and let's fib it out just for a local. How did it do? It went kind of deeper, right? This is more where your 618s and things like that could come into play. But she didn't quite touch it. She was hanging around the 0.5. Nice impulse move up, came back to the 0.5. A little bullish. She not 618ing. She didn't 618. Did you 618 over here? I don't even think you didn't even over here. You did a 0.5 over here too. See, so on the local ones, as we're getting going, we're looking on 0.5s, right? You see that being repeated. Local ones coming to 0.5, 0.5. Okay, so we got an idea there that could be repeating. And right now, well, for this little local move, we're there. Let's take it from here at 74,000. And what is our 0.5? Our 0.5 here is also at the $100,000 area for this one. Will that happen? Oh, I don't know. But here's what I am looking at. Here's our 236. So I expect some kind of consolidation to happen here. And this may be part of a stair step down to that. I don't know, people. It doesn't make as much sense at this point in the market. Unless I don't think that this is our top for Bitcoin by any means. With the global adoption that we have for Bitcoin and everything. Of course, a lot of people be coming, I can't buy $125,000 Bitcoin. $100,000 would get a lot of people in though, wouldn't it? So here we are, local moves. These are our local fibs right here. I think I wanted to put them as a dotted line so I can, kind of tell the difference. But we got our 236 and 382 Fibonacci retracements where we can expect it to have a reaction on the way down. So our argument is, if this is not our higher high, we will respect these guys and try to keep going up, okay? But if this is our current high, expect 100, maybe even 84. So what can help guide us on this, would you say? Well, that's where I like to take a little trend lines, and I also like to do these things. Let's also keep this in mind. Look at this. Look at this beautiful parabola. How we feeling today, 16 people? The doctor is in. We're taking a look at Bitcoin, just to kind of soothe feelings and get a solid, grounded look at what's really going on here, right? So if the parabola be true, if it be true, and it looks to be true, we got a lot of things pointing that maybe this is just a little local thing that we're at right now. This is not really our top. It could be. But what if we got more to go, say next week in October, What if we're working on that original measure move from the last AB equals CD that we had? We haven't hit that target yet, right? And but we did hit the one from before here at 107, right? Nailed it. And so that was an example of how the ABCD plays out. It just takes it a minute, right? But those targets are valid. So, ladies and gentlemen, my personal opinion, honestly, what I can see right now, until we break the parabola, we're doing kind of good. But, I don't trust them curved lines, I gotta say. So that's why I use the old trend line here. And I'm going to show you my method here of following these guys out. Maybe I should use some weird ass, big ass, different color. Can we see? I got a lot of red on there. What can we use? Purple? I got too much purple. I need more colors. Different, some kind of different color. Yellow. I guess we'll go with yellow. Now let's take the, if I turn them off, I'm afraid I'll forget them. That's why I keep them on there all the time. Let's take the moving averages off right now. Have a little cleaner chart. All right, so trend line. Let me get this guy off. If I, all right, we'll keep him on there for a second. All right, well, no, take him off. Take him off. I can't make up my mind. We could backtrack, couldn't we? Yeah, I'll just, I guess technically I could use object tree, but I just, All right, so here's our last point where we left that. And we're going to take this little guy and put him right over here. There's our second little angle. From that point where we last touched, we take this guy, and you see that's how the parabola is working, right? Now, order of operations here, we take this one, and now that established this trend line. That's the one we broke. That was a bearish retest, in my personal opinion, of what we did. We got our 3 humps. We got our 1 humpy, 2 humpy, 3 humpy, jumped up. Retest. Our little 3 zones, 1, 2, 3. So we are in a pullback. And there should be an ABC correction. And we got 3 waves up. I'd expect 2 waves down, or 1, 2, 3 waves down. I don't like what you're doing over here with this little guy, but hey, man. So lower high, higher low, higher high. What's this going to be? Will it be a lower low? You can make an argument for that. Dirty little bastards that they are. So can we see 105? Short term, these are our targets, the areas that we need to look for. Right around 114 and right around 106. So given that, now we got this trend line. It broke it, right? Retested it. We can take this now and put it here. And we seem to be in a channel. All right. Taking that new information into consideration, where we got that, we can look at that. Here's another idea. What if it's doing this? What if we're just bouncing right now? And this is a bear trap. Maybe it doesn't match up with these angles over here. But maybe. But we do have this, and we do have angle. If you can look right here. The slight tilt right there, and it lines up very nicely. It's one of the things that I look for when especially when I'm doing trend lines and channels. That tells me a lot. It tells me if I'm on the track or not. And this is all on the daily. We're not on the Degen 1 minute or anything like that. We're getting our game plan here. So this weekend, lackluster stuff going on. Nobody here, just whale games. It's a good chance that all those algorithms out there programmed, especially the ones that know Fibonacci, support resistance and all that, might drive us down to those areas, especially to scare us. And don't they like to scare us on the weekend sometimes? They're either going to do that or they're going to entice us with the most bullish weekend we've seen in a long time. But will they? Let's take a look at a few other metrics here. Before I do, let me come down to the 4 hour. Let me also turn on my moving averages again because they just help guide everything. The 4 hour, back to the 4 hour now. 800, 600, 360, 200, 100. They are in bullish formation. The smaller ones are rolling over. The smaller time frames, the whole thing is rolling over. Okay, so we definitely on a downtrend on the smaller time frames. So you're watching the smaller time frames, they look bearish AF. If you're watching the bigger time frames, they look more promising and hopeful. And it's those bigger time frames that really govern everything. So I am still looking officially. I guess if I had to make a call, seems like everybody has to make a call. I called this, I called that. I even heard somebody on YouTube, it wasn't even crypto related, they were doing something, I don't know, they called some event, I don't know, it didn't even make sense to me, but they were just adamantly every few sentences, I called it, I called this. And I'm like, okay, what do you, why do you need so much validation for, I mean, are you going to call everything? Do you call everything? Then, or is that just one of the very few times that you were right and you're all excited? I mean, I don't know. It's just, I feel like ego comes into play when you say, I called this, I called, even when I make fun of it, well, I'd kind of do it too, I nailed it, but it's not a thing about feeding ego. It's more just kind of documenting how this Fibonacci strategy and system that I use here actually, it does everything that I hoped when I wanted to learn TA. Where does price go? Where's it going to, where are the tops and bottoms? How do we figure out where that is? Because if we can know that, then we can make the plays in between, right? And it took forever. And so instead of kind of guessing and waiting and reacting to what we do, if we get past one point or another point, the Fibonacci's give us kind of almost a predictive insight of where the market can go. And behind all this is a bunch of freaking computers going by math and Fibonacci and other things and price history, but the Fibonacci just fits in. It just does. And I don't know, maybe the whole market's programmed by Fibonacci. Maybe that's part of the secret sauce. I would say so. It's in nature. It's in everything. It's got to be in everything. It just resonates everywhere. It'll reflect into the human nature that's being displayed on these candles here. Right? So that's all that we're really seeing. Price is just the human nature of what's going on inside us to make us buy or sell. It's kind of a weird concept to wrap around. But you're either being fearful or greedy, or I would rather say hopeful. Sometimes greed can be disguised as hope, it seems. And here, our very local fibs, where are we at? We passed the 0.5 on this one. Now, that's what we looked at on most of the others on the little locals, and we didn't do that. Could we get down here to 112? That could be a wick down there. It doesn't mean that this line, that it has to just come down here and bounce. Our 800 moving average is down here. If they want to get nasty, they could come down here and wick us down to one little place down here over the weekend. So I would be looking for this weekend for a possibility. And probably a bounce here, and we come down again, maybe. You could say there's an ABC here, or this could be they'll get into Elliot. Let Elliot argue ABC. He can change his mind and everything here. Elliot, what do you see over here? Elliot seems to think we might be turning around here. Maybe. I mean, the moving averages, they could catch on any one of these technically. But we've got a whole weekend ahead of us. Maybe they flip and then we just start going to the moon. It could happen, but we just got to look for bottom signals here along these lines. Now, Elliot seems to think that we're coming in at the 618 here and going to kind of do something. We'll keep that idea. Listen to the Elliot song is playing in the background.
Oh, crypto seeds, man, they never stay calm. He's got more indicators than fingers on his palm.
All right, so in the meantime, 4 hour, how are our indicators looking? Money flow is just now starting to come down. That could signalize that bigger drop. So the question is, okay, is this trend line going to hold? We got a good argument for the hold. If we lose this trend line or lose this channel idea, there is a measure move, okay? It's the width of it. If that were to happen, we're flirting. Doesn't mean that we're going to do it, because we could just easily get back in this and fake everybody out over the weekend. How many times we see that happen on a Sunday night? Get everybody scared. It's happened to me a few times on a Sunday night or somewhere. Seems like it happens like late night, 3 o'clock in the morning. If you happen to be up, you're watching everything tank. You're like, oh my God, I got to save myself. It's going. And or it comes down, or it's happened to me too. I'll have my stop loss during that, and when they do that big old dump, that's all it is. It's a stop loss hunt. I have my stop losses below a certain level, and cause I'm like, oh, if it goes well, that's it. I gotta save my ass. I don't want it. So, and they come and got it, and then they start going up, and I had to buy it higher. They can't, and so we got all these games being played with all these little levels, and they want your Bitcoin especially. May not see it as much on the altcoins, but you definitely see it on Bitcoin. If you start seeing them do that in a lot of stop loss hunts, oh, they're being serious about a move coming up. They're working on something. All right, so measure move, if we do lose this area, could take us down to this little target down here, $84,000. You see the confluence there? So that's telling us we got to watch and see this trend line. Very important that it holds. So that's what I'm working with for the weekend. What happens here at the bottom of the trend line of the channel will kind of dictate, well, my move. But can you imagine us going into quarter 4, the last quarter of our official 4-year cycle? Really, this is where we are. We're finally here. And we correct. It's like a deep correction that could just changes the whole sentiment, maybe lower lows. Yeah. That would suck. And we all know that when Bitcoin comes down, well, the damn altcoins come down with it. So right now, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, let me take a few moments and come over here and say hello to everybody. And I want to take a look at Total 3 there. Board PC Guy member for 8 months. How time flies. Bear market time? I don't think it's bear market time. Bear market weekend, maybe. We got Dylan VA. Bullish on Parade was first. Board PC Guy. Board PC Guy says, weeks randomly changed to Spanish on a glitch for half the world, but I nailed a 35% gain on a short in spite of that. Hey, congratulations, my man. I'm on a different setup here, so I don't have my access to everything. Congratulations.
All right. Yes.
Here's where I was muted. Only music, no mic. Thankfully, we caught that early this time. Ryan Bolin, Dave P. Good to see you guys. Board PC Guy. Hey, Ave Medina. 114. It's okay with me. Well, I set up. I tried to set up in case it wanted to bounce, and it, and then I had stop set to where it would take me out, where I could do it in profit or just a regular stop loss. Very tight stop losses, just in case. So I've got a lot of I did things a little different than what I normally do with my spot margin, and I'm liking it a lot. I'm layered stops. I haven't really used those too much with my position trading. It's kind of it's kind of like a big ass swing, almost investment trade, just doing a little here, a little there, and I got my little hourglass strategy ranges and all that I work with. But adding the layered stops for when we're getting ready at a drop, because I had to do something. I'm like, I'm taking profits, but it's never enough when we get a big drop. I believe that my layered stop losses as we come down, and I mean, they're tight. So if I'm wrong, I'm out. And I think I'm going to have to switch it up toward this area. Now, at the accumulation phases and things like that, I wasn't, I didn't care too much. It was all about building the bag. Right now, it's about protecting the capital, protecting the purse. And so those layered stop losses are really being helpful to do that. And what I mean by layered stop losses, if you don't understand, and you can. If you're doing futures, you can't do it. So you'd have to go set limit orders if you're shorting, you'd have to set limit orders to buy or something on the way down. But that's basically what it is. Like at the tops, if we start coming up here, I can start layering out, maybe small, kind of pyramiding out is basically what I'm doing. So you take like, we're coming up here, we're breaking a trend line or something like that. Let me draw this. This is more for your bigger plays, your spot plays, some things. Well, it can work on whatever strategy. But this is the trend line, and this is the one that told us, oh man, need to do something. This might be it. It might be over. We're losing trend line. We lost a 9 in the 21 on the 4 hour. So the concept is to, that's an ugly triangle, to pyramid, to pyramid. And layered stops, just a little bit, however you want to do it. It's fibs or just go dollar amounts. You're trying to say it depends on what percent are you comfortable with falling down. So that starts freeing up capital and everything, and I kind of like that. I'm going to start doing, I think, a lot more of that. And it's helpful when you catch a moves, and it helps me get in, like Zcash. I'm still able to do good on that. And speaking of Zcash is the mom, and not tokenomics. We went over all that stuff last night. Some of the coins that have really good tokenomics, those are some of the ones that are still up right now. Just saying. Hard to dump when everything's in such short supply. But when you got billions upon billions of a token, it's easy to get rid of them little suckers, right? Something to keep in mind playing these altcoins. So 200 moving average, we bounced from it, came up, and looks like we're coming back down to retest it and maybe go lower. Maybe. Still eyeing here. I know I'll eye these areas over here too. And she wants to do something. I don't know. She looked like she wanted to do something, Road Dog. Should I buy in now? Look, here on the 15-minute, this is the rollover I was talking about. 800, 600, 300. Look, 300 crossed. Lucy, it'll take her a while. It takes her a long time. That's the red one up here. It takes it a while to cross. It'd have to go down a lot deeper for it to cross. And once it does, we won't see that. Right now, it can still be hopeful and still recover. We gotta do come down and bounce up. But I would expect a bounce and a pullback here at some point, and maybe trying to work on it now, maybe coming down lower before it does it, may come up and then come down. We got all those variations to go with. Our trend lines tell us that right over here about 118.9 or at 119 should probably be it. Our Fibonacci is here, would tell us, hey man, if we can't get past this 0.5 area, which is also right there at 119.3, if we can't get past there, then we're probably looking at the down. So that's how I have to look at it here. On the weekend, we might be coming up and then rolling over. I would then say, given that it's just Friday night, we're going into Saturday and Sunday, ample time for that kind of situation to happen there. If we were to break back into this trend line, my ears would perk up. But right now, I've been in a Bitcoin short, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do. Unless you're just always taking the quick profits, but you're not getting much of a move unless you're using high leverage. You can get chopped up. It's choppy. Even though we're coming down, they're still choppy. They're still working on taking back some of that money, and they do it through chop. They do it through chop. Oh man, long, short, long, short. You're getting all chopped up through here, giving back all the gains that you might have held on to. Even if you went cash heavy here, I sold it. I sold the top. Oh man, that looks like a place to get in. You get chopped up, you give back your gains, right? That's part of the game, and they're so good at doing it. They really are. So we got that idea. You also got this idea. Look at that. This is a channel. And another area of the resistance. Oh no, what I do? What you do? What did you do? I gotta color code you. Color code you right here. Okay. So there's another one. Now pull our fibs. Swing hard, swing low. Where we at? 236 fib. You're gonna we'll see what you do there. So I'm looking for rejection possibly at these areas. If we come back in the channel, you can see it come up here, but you can also make an argument with the bear trap idea, and then we could be popping all the way back up here for a lower high. So several different situations. We would first look for a rollover here. If we get back in, maybe it only gets here, but if it gets back in here, I'm kind of like, keep an eye on it. She could keep getting a little bit bullish and getting us chasing in before it comes up over here and rolls over, and you're like, oh, but I thought we were bouncing. I thought the bottom was in. To me, I'm not looking for a bottom until we hit a fib level or recover a good fib level. But let's take a look at our indices over here real quick, and here's our altcoins. When Bitcoin dumps, they dump too. Altcoins lost the trend line, man. So this Head and shoulders with an extra two shoulders on the left side. Is that a shoulder? Your complex head and shoulder is what you'd be probably looking at and calling that. Or an open and broadening pattern. This one has a 55% chance actually to break up, so 45% chance to break down for the pattern I'm looking at over here. The complex head and shoulders, I think that's somewhere around 60 to 64% chance of breaking down. More accurate statistics can be found on Thomas Bukowski. So let's take a look at total 3 altcoins, because we know that their altcoins are suffering now, except for a few. Near is hanging in there. Near went up to 322 and it's still above $3. It didn't drop to 250 or anything. It might. Litecoin's hanging up there. It's crazy, isn't it? So take a look at total 3 over here. And again, we're at a 0.5 fib. Possible area we could hold, and at least get, you know, a little come up. There might be some entries here, but basically safeguarding your position. If we did a 5-wave up, we're looking on an ABC correction down, and I think this is just the first part of it. Elliot, what do you're not going to tell me, Elliot? Elliot, what do you think? ABC, Elliot thinks that might be over. Me, breaking that trend line, I mean, you got a shot of a measured move to take us down a little bit further, in my personal opinion. So right here about 103, somewhere down here I think is a little bit more likely. And actually I would put you right here at the 786. I could see a 786 retracement for the kind of idea that we got up there for me personally. Alright, so let's put you over here. I want to color code you different. Measure move gets in this area, but I trust the fibs a little bit more than I do just a measure move idea. Now she might come back up a little bit and then roll over, entice us. Let's see here on, let's look at the 4-hour for total 3. Look at the Elliott wave off of there. And let's look at our moving averages. Let's get these guys off of here, some of these trend lines. I don't think we need that guiding. That was a rising wedge, which broke down. Rule of thumbs, they usually come back close to the base, more of the 886 retracement. 786, 886 area there. So we lost our 200 moving average on the 4-hour. That's bad. That's not good. Not only that, but this 100 moving average, I'm trying to see what it's doing. That's kind of iffy. She's going in the same direction. That's not bearish. She's right up there with the 200. Not trying to bearishly cross. That's interesting. I think we might see some altcoin rebound action this weekend. That's not, you're on the 1 hour. That's a bearish cross. And a lot of times when that happens, we can get a pullback up here. So it doesn't look stable like it would hold, but you might see altcoins come back. You might have a chance to de-risk or take some profits that you kind of missed out on this weekend on some of these altcoins. Maybe that you look kind of bearish here on the 1 hour. Friday night, I think we might continue to dump. I don't know if we'll hit down here. Elliot thinks we'll hold here. I can see an argument for it. These guys right here are not bad. They're looking a little bit more bullish. These guys are bearish, but we're far from these guys, right? 200 moving average, 100 moving average at 115. Yeah, I can see an argument where we'll catch somewhere and then try to bounce. And we may be trying to do it here on the 15-minute. Notice on the 15-minute, the bearish cross is underway here. The 300 just crossed over that 800, purple over the orange. So draw our trend lines locally. Like if we track this, we can see that that's a nice little bottom. If you track this, we see that we're in a megaphone pattern. What I would look for is we might come up and come down, bottom out over here, and then we can start bouncing. I think this is going to be an interesting weekend for altcoins. Give and take a little bit, but then I think they're going to try to run us up a little bit come Saturday night a little bit. Now, I don't know how strong it'll be. Now, this has got about a 72% chance to break to the upside, so now it might start running a little bit. We got that idea. So let's zoom back out to our bigger time frames, and let's look at our momentum indicators. How are you looking? I want to go to the daily. Are you looking feisty? Is there a chance that we might get some action here? That was bearish divergence. Stochastics are coming down. I can't tell if they're trying to catch anywhere. can't tell too much there. So far, it looks like everything still wants to move down on that one. Here we lost the signal line. That sucks. And why are you got a curve? This tells me that, well, depending on how we want to look at it. Let's see. Okay, we can do this. Tells me we got a little bit more that we can come down on our RSI. So, and then our MACD over here. See how she's getting tired? About 3 days ago is when it gave the first signs that, hey man, this market's starting to get tired. That would have been right here on this candle. Great place to listen to. So here on the daily, if we're looking other than patterns, let me go ahead and get those off. I can see a snapback even on the daily here. What is all this? I don't need that. So we're at the 200 moving average, wicking a wick down to the 50. We're holding it. Ichimoku Cloud looks beautiful. I think they're playing games with altcoins this weekend. Here on the 24-minute, we're catching here at the 50. You got this little guy here. Now what I would watch here on this time frame is for the breakout, which I think we're trying to get right now for altcoins. Altcoins, are you starting to look good on the hourly? Look, we're starting to look a little green. Isn't that crazy? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're feeling down about your altcoins, there might be some plays coming just for the weekend. Maybe some scalpy movies. I don't know about shorting the altcoins this weekend. It looks like they might try to push them back up a little bit before they roll them over. So I'd be looking to try to come up a little bit from 1.1 trillion to 1.13 trillion, and then we see what happens there. Could get his eyes up here if we wanted to. You still got that idea up here, 200 moving average, 1.4. So if I had to make a prediction, it looks like maybe, let's look for some divergence. You got some bullish divergence here. I'm on the smaller time frame. Let's come to a bigger one. Don't see it so much here, but on the 1 hour, you see how the RSI is deep in the red. Typically a good place to make it for to look for a bounce. Now, Ichimoku Cloud doesn't look like it's getting ready to blast off to Valhalla. You got areas of resistance up ahead, but you could have a good de-risking opportunity, or possibly a good play here if we come back into this channel idea and start going up on altcoins this weekend. So that'd be cool. Altcoins may be looking a little frisky this weekend, while Bitcoin just kind of slow burns down or gets scary on Sunday night, and of course altcoins would dump then too. So we got a nice little window we could be working here with this weekend. I think I wouldn't feel too bad about it. We just got to give it time to settle down for what it's doing now here on Friday, and make sure we get some smaller time frames. Got a bullish cross there. It's a trying. I want to give it some encouragement. Crypto total market cap, you can do it. You can make the breakout. I'm going to draw down here, and I think we're actually trying to, technically on the 6 minute, we're getting our breakout. We've got some hurdles to go through here. Let's see if we can do it. So, easy way to do this again. We pull our fib from swing high to swing low, and we're looking eyeballing that 0.5. That means got to get a higher high than what we had here. 618 is right here, their little magic area. Cloud's not great. Cloud could look better. Cloud looks like she might roll over, but there's a chance we're going to break out and try to work back up here. If we do roll over, 106, okay? If it does, but it looks like they're trying to entice us. Start the enticement. Now, I don't recommend chasing, but I do recommend when we pump up, if you got some bags and want to take some profit, to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much what I'm seeing on the market, and we're starting to turn around a little bit. Let's take a look at a few little coins here that have been doing pretty decent. The ones that have been staying up. Zcash has been nice. Even if you don't have a bag of it, you could play 1x or I don't know, 3, maybe 5x is fairly decent safe. Getting 10x gets tricky and choppy on Zcash, and it can rip you up on 10x. But smaller leverage, you got a little bit more of a spread to play, and you need a spread to play Zcash. So Zcash perpetual futures amazing. Saw this, I consider that blue off top, and it could be the top or just part of it, right? Long wick reversals is what I've often heard them called. A channel, we broke out of that channel idea, right? And we could go higher. Just the measure move from this little guy at the breakout. Oh, we did. We kind of went up there. We might have already met that little guy. We might have already met that. That's 277. That's where we dumped down from. This is it on the 1 hour. And when we start doing this, follow the trend lines. That was the main one. This is the secondary, and we're still holding it. Wick below it to stop everybody out. Went down to $200 and then bounced all the way back to 223. Now, if you were playing that, spot or margin, that's a nice little come up. That was a nice little come up on this coin. So do we need some targets, some targets? We'll go from this 372 high that we had back in, oh my God, 2021. We got to now. We're looking at 296 as a possibility. And this is the area that I think we're struggling with is a 618, but we're fighting it. We're staying there, and that's bullish. So if we can get above 236 and hold it, then we got a chance to go for that. We got a good chance to go for 296 for a Zcash. And I'm just going to get rid of all these lines because I don't need all those lines. So coming down to the smaller time frame. So is it going to do it? Will it do it or not? I don't know, but she's holding the 9 moving average so far. Looks like she's trying to lose it. Might see her drop back down. 21 moving average. Might be testing 120 again here shortly because it likes to give and take and give and take. But imagine if we get a play some here about 220, going up to about 297. That's 34% gains on spot alone. Not bad. Not bad. Here on the 2 hour, getting the red dot there, you're getting the MACD saying that you want us to be pushing down here. So maybe she will. Maybe she will. So we have to interpret that. Is that going to be a rejection of this level? The only way to confirm that is if we make the lower low and come back below 200. I think she's got this one's been really good at holding this. I think she's got a fake out at her. I think we might see some higher out of Zcash here. Let me come over to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. 22 people hanging out with me. Mr. Miles says Caspa's holding better than Bitcoin. I smell some juicy bottoms coming. There we go. Temporary peace. Abe says that the pullback correction is due to Pluto turning direct. He was in retrograde. Pluto is money and wealth. He's the hoarder. And so now it's going direct. That should be more favorable from here on out. Could you look at crypto total market? Okay, so we did that. That was total 3. All the spot bags I'm in are in the red today, says me, Damien. Yeah. Mine normally would be, I mean, they are technically, but I had some layered stops that really preserve my capital, and I really like doing that. I don't like riding these things down on these dips with my spot bags, or, well, spot margin. There's a little bit of leverage, but it plays just like spot, right? You just got to manage your risk, and it gets a little shaky. I don't like seeing my account balance drop so much when we get these dips, right? I got tired of that, so I want to try to preserve all of that on the drop down, because I just notice every drop we get, it seems like, oh, it's just gradually going lower and lower amounts. You're taking money from me. Stop doing that. It's not as bad as what it would normally be this time. Scarro says, oh, I'm wondering, do you have a Jason Voorhees from Halloween mask, or a Freddy Krueger or Friday 13th mask, or maybe the Screen Ghost mask? Sorry, just talking out loud on edibles. Hey, I do. I just got to dig around and find them, because all my filters on my, and how I can switch to them got all messed up. So yeah, I need to take a little time and go through that and get set up for October here. Big Mouth Rob, hi to all. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Kids are spitting truth today, says Ave. I don't know what I said, but hopefully. I know Fibonacci personally. He's my cousin. Oh, man. Can you get his autograph? Because he's so cool. My favorite thing about Gizmo was the coos, even cuter than a puppy. Gizmo is kind of cute. Maybe Damon says, maybe this is really different for the crypto cycle because 2017 Trump wasn't acting like a lunatic with tariff threats, and in 2021 a much more sane president was in power, allowing our spot bats to continue up. Well, if Biden was in the office, though, oh my gosh, I would hate to say think what the state of crypto would be. Elizabeth Warren would, and the banks would, and they're still trying. I'm still reading these articles where the Democrats and like with Warren, mostly those. I think it's coming from Elizabeth Warren's little crew, really trying to put some language in there that goes against DeFi. They don't want DeFi. That's a threat to the banks, and they do not want it. And I think it sucks that they got that much pull and have had such a strong effect on crypto, when clearly we're supposed to represent the people, not the corporations. And it seems like America, for the longest time there, started representing the corporations, which is ironically supposed to be not what Democrats stand for. So I don't know. I don't consider myself Democrat or Republican. I think I'm something called a libertarian, somewhere in the middle. Like, government needs to stay the hell away from us. It's kind of how I look at it. Let me live. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Stop trying to take my money and screw me over and lie to me. That's all I'm trying to ask. Stop trying to take my rights away. Just Constitution. The forefathers set it up. Let's let that play out. It's worked so far. All I see is everybody screwing it up. And we're becoming more socialist and communist over the time. And thank God that things have changed, and we're starting to see the corruption, how deep that it went. It's there. It's there. I just got to get some of these old people out that have just been doing the lizard people. Get the lizards. Get the lizards out. No lizards in the government. Bush on Prairie says, loving the Gizmo. Good thing I'm not high. Ave says, people front ran the moon and dumped on us. Roy Boylan says, loving this stuff and learning. Thank you. Hey, thank you. That's exactly, that's what I like to hear. Seriously, for this channel to grow and develop, I need feedback from you guys. It is crucial. I need to know how I'm coming across. I need to know if you're getting anything out of the way that I'm presenting this stuff. Because sometimes, I don't want to be that one that gives just. I want to give accurate information on this channel and accurate techniques and way to do it, and show how that they can work, right? And so if I can explain it and you're getting something from it, that's the whole mission of this channel, man. There's a great wealth transfer that's occurring this cycle, and I want you guys to be in on it, and crypto's part of it. And it's been a hard play, man. It's been a hard play, but God willing, and it's only through God that we can do this. We can guide ourselves through this and make that life-changing money this cycle, and just not get carried up with the local sentiment, right? Try to focus more on the important things that matter, especially as far as trading. Well, first, God, family, and country, in that order. And then, as far as trading, you need a system to work. You need to understand some TA. Understand a little bit about the tokenomics and things like that. But it's basically having a system, but it's managing your emotions, the psychology behind it. The most important thing that I've found that's really, you can be lacking on some of their stuff, but if you got excellent risk management, you got an edge up on everybody. It's one of the last things that we come around to focusing on as we're learning the TA and managing the psychology and not letting our emotions make us make stupid choices as much, right? It's a process. And then we start getting into the risk management, and that's when you really start seeing when things start helping, making a difference. And so, as long as we can just keep those principles in mind here, and we can take advantage of the wealth transfer that's coming, and get ready, because in the future, things are not getting better, people. Things are going to continue to get weirder, and money is going to be worth less, and times are going to get hard. we got a short window where things are starting to turn around, but after, you know, this 4 years of or 3.5 that we got left, we might get another 3.5 that's not that good. And my whole goal for this channel is, me personally, and anybody who wants to join this ride with me, to get set up for that. I honestly believe bad times are coming. Probably somewhere 2026 to 2028. I think the whole world's going to be very different, and possibly a lot more uglier than what it is right now. We got a short window where we can take advantage of it and get ready and get prepared. That's what I believed ever since I started this channel and before. And I think it's important to share that. So we don't want to be stupid with our money. We want to take this seriously, because this is a life-changing thing. Could dictate how you're spending your life and what choices that you have to make to bow down to the powers that be over the next 5 to 10 years, right? And the more wealth that you've accumulated, and you're not having to depend, you know, on your employer who could dictate things. They dictated to tell you what you had to do to come to work a few years ago. If you didn't do a certain thing, then you lost your job. And you know, some people were cool with it, doing it, but some people didn't want it, and they shouldn't have been made to do anything. You should never be made to do anything, right? But we're seeing that gradual control comes, and the easiest way that they control you is through your wealth. So it's very important that we get established, not just, you know, building up our bags in crypto and making it, but keeping it and being wise with it, right? We gotta put it in something that's solid, and Bitcoin is one of the best things out there. And I think it's part of the answer that God gave us to avoid a lot of the stuff that what they're going to do. I really do think Bitcoin is God's money. I think he is. It's that little gift before the bad money comes in. You know, the CBDCs, the mark, whatever you want to look at it. The ones where they control if you buy or sell, and you can't buy or sell without it. It kind of leads into all that kind of stuff. We don't want to go down that road. All right, but we're setting up very quickly for it, and it's just going to escalate from here. AI is in the picture. Our whole world is changing year after year, month after month. Even we're seeing crazy stuff happen, and it's going to get weirder. We're going to be living in the Jetson age very, very soon. Crazy. Oh, I got on a tangent there. Let me come back to the chat here. Mongoose Lab says, "Amen. Speak your truth." Rapist Man says, "I started 3 weeks vacation today that I scheduled so I could sell all my crypto at or near the top, and look what happened." Did you think the top of the market was going to be this early? I mean, that was a good top. I don't think it's the top for Bitcoin. I don't. If this is all we get, then I'm just going to start learning about stocks and I'll probably trade commodities, copper, and the boring. Well, it's not boring. You can make money over there too. If this is it, then I think I'm done with crypto. But I don't think it's it. I think this is just what they want you to think. And that's been my experience before. They get to this part in the market, you're like, oh man, I just want to give up, or I'm so tired. They wear you down. But in the bigger scheme of things, man, we're sitting at 116,000 for Bitcoin. A few weeks ago, 108. After that, we went to 127. We're just the volatility, and the volatility is where the money can be made. If we get caught on the right side, not the wrong side. And if we keep getting caught on the wrong side, we're doing something wrong. We got to figure it out. My sister lost her job because of that thing. She didn't follow along. See? God's currency. I agree. Sir Lamelot said, "You're doing a good job." Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying, but it's a balance between going with the charts and interacting with you guys, which that's important, and all this, and trying to stay on topic for what I'm trying to present, right? Or it's a balance. And I see squirrels. I'll go everywhere. And it's gone. And now we dump. And now we dumped again. So what happened here on the smaller time? Well, I'm on the 15 for Bitcoin. Are you still? No, I'm not on Bitcoin. I'm on Total 3. Well, I should have seen that happening. Total 3 still giving it up here. Smaller time frames. What are we doing? going to be an interesting weekend. So altcoins look like we're coming down a little bit. We'll find support. I'm on a tiny ass time frame. I don't see the rollover so much over here on this. Is it happening over here on the 1 minute? Okay, we're starting to see it now. Here is where the bands are flipping, and if you can see that, it's trying to. Only the 200 is still up here. It may take it a minute. It may take this one a little while to, if we're going to flip over, it may take this one a little while to do that. 3 minutes, trying to. It's trying to. And see all these moving averages come up. So we're going to consolidate up here a lot. Oh, this is Zcash. I'm on Z. I thought I was on Total 3. I'm trying to look at Total 3, not Zcash. Trying to look at Total 3. This chart's a disaster. Okay, I gotta get some of these some smaller time frames, get some of those lines off of there. 50 is above the 200. I can see an R and the 9, the 21. They're all still up here. 360 bounce. Yeah, this is a good place. I'm still sticking with my guns here. We find the bottom, and it may be right down here. We might have to wick down a little further. It looks like it's pushing down there right now as we speak. Oh my gosh, it's happening right now. I'm on the 4 hour and you're doing it. You must be dumping like crazy. Okay, altcoins are dumping at the moment. Let's see if we get a little traction right here. I'm watching the altcoin Total 3 mark. Ooh, that looked nasty. You ain't giving me nothing here that's saying I'm ready to turn around. Hopefully that'll change. Oh my God, are we watching altcoins dump only 5 minutes? So hopefully you got your stop losses, or layered stop losses is what I'm recommending now. Love them, layered stop losses. Because you never know. Is it going to bounce? Is it going to fake me out? It's going to fake me out. It's going to fake me out. Is it going to bounce here? You don't know. But if you're layered through, you're at least protecting your purse all the way down, right? Or all at once, however you want to do it. But stops must be in play if you're trying to preserve capital. Or do the unthinkable, and it's hard for me to. I didn't want to do this for the longest time. I kept wanting to kind of hold my bags and grow my bags, but at this point in the game, with what they're doing and what can happen, sometimes I don't mind being out of the position, because if I'm sitting in cash and it does go lower, you can buy a much bigger bag that way than trying to hold on. I think sometimes it's the psychology I might be fighting with, just trying to hold on to the bag I got, or the initial number of coins in a bag or something like that. And I think the more I let go of that notion, the better that I can do in this market. So that's just personally one of the things that psychologically I struggle with. You watch a YouTube and you see somebody present TA, and maybe you get an idea that we do everything perfect and make all the right calls, and I'm saying no. I actually played my Bitcoin dominance backwards this cycle. I was using my Bitcoin to fund my altcoin purchases, borrowing against it on spot margin. I thought, okay, I'll borrow a little bit. This looks like a good place. We can get and pay it back, whatever. But no, I will never do that again. In retrospect, I can see it, but at the time, it didn't click in my head that this is the same thing as you playing, losing your Bitcoin to altcoins, playing it that way. So I've lost quite a bit of Bitcoin to these altcoins. I'm not happy about it. Next cycle, I would be going all heavy on Bitcoin and waiting, because even now you can find juicy bottom prices on these altcoins. It turns out you can always get in altcoins whenever. That's what I've been taught this cycle. Some of them get up, and now the really good ones, they got up and they held levels, right? But you can still get good entries in them. There'll be a few that you can keep your eye on and try to get on them juicy rounded bottoms and things. But focusing mostly on Bitcoin would be the way to go. And this little paper account here kind of proves it, because these guys are still up. It's still up 1.2 million, even though I'm down. Am I down $2 million on that XCN trade? I kept it open just to see what happened. I don't know why. I guess I was hoping maybe she would go back up. I'm at 3 cents on that. That thing's at 1 cent right now, so I'm down a lot, 68% on that. This is all paper trading in there, but it lets you know that focusing on Bitcoin, that was the way to go. Still up 300% on that on that buy there at 27,000. 300% on that one there, and 'tis what I will be focusing on the next time. You went past my little fib area, you little bastard. Oh, they dumping on us. Midget move. Take the channel. We should be right about it. Should be catching. We got the, there's a dotted line. Is that the parabola? Did I draw a parabola? Yeah. Okay, I don't trust parabolas for support resistance. I look at them for, I mean, it's cool, but probably the weakest trend line you could draw because it's so subjective on how you draw it. It's not as accurate as a straight trend line. What happened here? We gotta get that off. What am I? An 8-hour chart? Come on, let's come down smaller. So are we catching here? Are we catching here on any of these smaller time frames? Not even, and you look nasty. I want a thick cloud that we can try to go into, and we don't have that. Are you going to respect? You're respecting my parabola, my little subjective line. Thank you for just an almost arbitrary point in the market. Thank you for respecting that because I drew it. All right, well, that stuff happens, but I would never play that as the, oh, it's going to bounce from here. Maybe it does. I'm just going, hey man, you got lucky on that one. Do we have to come down to the 1 minute? You ain't even got anything going on in the 1 minute. Are you trying to, you got a green dot, but you're in deep RSI, man. Look at the RSI here on the 1 minute. That's a sign that we should catch, at least on a 1 minute, catch something. Now we can easily go up a little bit and come down lower and repeat this whole process on the smaller time frames, but should start giving me some good candles here. 10 second, there we go. I have to come down to the 10 second just to see if we got anything happening here. So we need a, are you getting a break out of that? Get above the line here. There's a, that's looking better for cloud. We need to see something like this on the smaller time frame, on the 1 minute and 5 minute and stuff like that, instead of that little sliver. And we're not getting that on the Ichimoku cloud over there, right? So Friday dump day. Are you going to recover? 786 Fibonacci. That's where I'm hoping that we can catch. That was my area that I was looking for altcoins temporarily, right? So maybe this will hold. 9 crossing the 21s. First time he's done it in the last couple minutes on the 10 second chart. And that's the first signs I look for recovery, if it holds, right? I like to make my plans on the bigger time frames, but I can come down to the small 1 minute, even the 5 and 10 second chart just to get some insight on are you taking? Are we getting some traction here? Word on the street, what's going on here? So we're trying to hold. Let's hope it does. Now we're starting to see some 1 minute green candles. Right up my... Look! We're the only channel that draws these arbitrary... Yeah, you actually held it. That's cool. Because I cut through some stuff here. I cut through a wick there. I mean, that's... I started on a wick here. I mean, that's cool, but... But the idea behind that is that we're on a parabolic move and we're going to be going up. So if you do respect that, I ain't going to bitch about it. That means, baby. The main thing was the fib area that we're trying to recover there, right? But Road Dog, you could have a nailed it moment. Nailed it! It's a nice bonus, but it wasn't the call. The call's the fib. And hopefully we'll get some traction up here. 19 people hanging out. Let me come back over to the chat here. I'm going over basically everything that I need to do. It's about 5 p.m. Where the heck is Mercury? What kind are you talking about? Sicario says, imagine if next time Bitcoin barely does anything and alts run. We can't win. Oh my gosh. Clear Marshmallow says, okay, I need to go start dinner. See y'all tonight, or maybe just take the weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out, Clear Marshmallow. I appreciate it. Ichimoku looks like the spaghetti string sauce. Yeah, we don't like it that way. We like it big and fat. Trump just massively dumped the market. Oh, did he do something? Was that the tariffs on... Well, happens a lot on Fridays, I've noticed. Have you? Happens a lot on Fridays. How convenient. Interesting, but huh. that's just something to make noteworthy, because we're going to have to take that in consideration in the market. He's going to make his announcements on what he does on Friday. He's not a stupid man, so I mean, wouldn't you do the same thing? I don't know. Well, if the news has got to come out, let's at least do it on a Friday. Better than getting all bullish on the weekend and waiting on a Monday and then up and dumping it, right? I don't know. If we know that he's going to be doing stuff on Fridays, and he does have a tendency to do that, we can make a plan for that, right? And to me, I think that gives us opportunity on weekends, is what that is. So I would look at it as a gift horse in a way, because I think what he's doing is for the people who know how to run how the market works. Well, they have the opportunity, and all you got to do is just know how the market works. So I keep that idea in the back of my mind there. All right, so I'm going to take a look at a few coins here, and then I think I'll just wrap it up. But I'm going to take a look at Aster. Not on the 1 minute. It's mounting at the 1 minute. So hopefully altcoins are. We were looking at total 3. They should be trying to bounce right now. Right? Right? Are you trying to bounce back? But golly, on the 1 hour, you dropped 5% on these altcoins? Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get out here and kind of manage some of my accounts or something, make sure they're all right. Checked everything before coming on live, but I'm tired of doing it. It takes too much damn time. I got too many positions. Aster, let's zoom out. 4 hour is a good place to look for your altcoins, especially on the weekend. And is this you? You're still in this green candle here? Well, that's cool, Aster. I'm looking at this pattern. This is the possible partial decline for this. So that kind of bullish. The only downside, maybe we come up and then we roll over. I'm not, but with this pattern, I look for partial declines before a breakout. So I'm cool with Aster trying to recover some of these areas here. Where are my bigger moving? You don't play on this one? You're here though. Okay, this one's so new I don't have my bigger moving averages coming into play. On the 1 hour, resistance up ahead. 200's above the 360. Now I like that. And we can at least probably get up to close to 192 for Aster. She's dropping down a little bit now, 168. So that would be a nice little area to come back up there and test. I would look at Aster as a possible breakout retest of the trend line, and then hopefully trying to break up to a higher high here. Kelly Penn says 100% tariffs on China. Extra 100% tariffs on China. Oh, so we're going to have one of those weekends, right? This will be a bargain basement weekend, people. And this is one of the rare times I've actually got money on the sidelines. More available than usual to take advantage of it, so I'm kind of interested in that. Damien says 2.36 fib retracement at 112 held up as support. Yikes, nasty stuff out there. At 112? Did we go down to 112? Did I miss something? Oh, you did! Oh, damn. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't have anything going on there. Might we be coming back down to there? Well, in the 1 hour, 15 minute? 5 minute. We still playing with these areas though. We still playing with them. I think I'm gonna have to get off and start taking care of some of my accounts here. But looking at some places, they start nibbling here for my bigger bags. But let's keep in mind there's still a scenario for these guys, so I don't want to go too hard without any confirmations, but we're getting to these points to where we should get some kind of relief bounce, maybe. After we got the initial fear, that makes a nice big... These big ass drops like this often turn out to be nice little gifts in disguise. So the question is, when's it going to stop, though? So yeah, our little fib areas, you didn't quite nail it. This one right here, 113. And then I got a yellow line. I think that's it's a trend line. Trend line. I'm really looking. I think we got a good chance to touch the bottom of the trend line this weekend. So we might get scared and kind of hang out down here, range. That would be kind of cool. Or I don't know that she would just come down and just immediately bounce back up and everything's fine. With the scares, how scared the market is. Well, that's interesting. You lost the channel. Oh, that was the measure move. That was the measure move for the channel. That's what the blue line 112. Okay, I gotcha. So we did make it down to one of our 382 fib areas. Let me come down, right? To our main one, we were looking at 113 when we pulled the fibs. There is another one down at 106. What's this trend line? I've got a... Yeah, you're just a random ass trend line. Why are you there? Why are you there? I mean, angle. This is our trend line ideas. We lost this little puppy, and we might be coming back up to retest it. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it, clean my chart up. And this one down here, could we do a 111? We could. I mean, I wouldn't get bent out of shape if we go below. You know, some of these 112, 113 areas. I wouldn't get too bent out of shape, but that's going right around 112, upper 111. We might see that press into you over the weekend. And even here on the 5-minute time frame, she's still not doing very much as far as any kind of green candles trying to show like she's found some support here. A little there, but now she's starting to give it back. What gets wick candlestick when we come back here? Interesting things going on. Bumpy ride going on this weekend with Bitcoin and crypto. Oh, look at that. Right there. That's a bearish retest, baby. That's a bearish retest. I think you already got most of it. All right, still a little bit more to come. 113. So we're gradually kind of getting some lower levels here. I'm still in that thing short. Tell me you're still open. Oh, you're still open. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I got a 5x Bitcoin short, 4,200 contracts. I think that's like 40. I think each contract's $1. And it's up 15% so far. This stop loss, let's see, my entry is 117,380, so right up here. Right up here. And I did this by, my entry was through a stop market at a level. And it was, well, I think it was this line here. What I was going by losing that, I was going to let it build a short there. And so far, well, that seems to be holding out. You're doing this thing. So we're going to see, are you going to make a lower low, or are you going to level off here and do a bear trap idea? We got those, both of those scenarios can happen here. That was deep in the red. Looked like a good place to buy. We're on the 1 minute time frame, by the way, so you can't put too much stock into 1 minute. Bigger time frames, Ichimoku looks like she still wants to push us down. So for my spot margin bags, I'm not seeing places that I'm wanting to go hard with an entry right now. Are you going to pull? Are we looking down here? We got trend line. Last chance for this area. We lose 111, then we're looking at 106. Are you going to do it? Are you? Oh my God, the suspense. The suspense of it all. Are you? We're right here. Are you going to lose this line? Wow, let's just come down to the 1 minute and just watch it all with all the pain it can muster. We're at 111.9. Lower low from that little guy real quick. Oh, here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I want 106. If you're going to give it to me now, let's do it. Let's do it. I wants to buy you there. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm looking for. Come on down, baby. Come on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it. Snap it. All right. So, anybody need a hug or anything? Do I need to check your blood pressure or your heart rate or anything? Because the doctor's here. I'm here to help. Here to help as we watched Bitcoin just tanked. Oh my gosh. Will we do that? That's crazy.
Some coins
I've got to look at the news. I've got to see the news.
Postscript is all I need. Wallets locked, my heart's in play. Crypto nights steal breath away.
Latest crypto news right here. CoinGecko. Galaxy raises. Yeah, whatever.
Whales manipulate the
Consume part in CZ.
flows of Lambos.
Nobody's talking about anything. Aster airdrop.
Priced whole.
Okay, CZ is all the news.
Who am I to wholly resist?
Stablecoin. Red October. Crypto liquidations top 1 billion as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana erase gains. October got off to a hot start, but the historically strong month for Bitcoin and crypto prices, called October by many investors, hit a roadblock Friday thanks to President Trump's trade war. And now prices are falling fast as liquidations pile up. Friday morning declaration that massive tariffs against China are in the works. What was his reason? Was it dealing with war issues or something?
Free gains are made of this. Who am I to hold or resist?
With those declines, Bitcoin has nearly erased all of its October gains, returning to a price last seen on October 1st, while Ethereum and Solana both hit October lows on Friday, per data from CoinGecko. October has historically been a particularly strong month for Bitcoin's price, a long-standing pattern that's led much of the crypto industry to expect the same results. What's the easiest way for me to do this?
Crypto dreams I can't dismiss.
I think all right, so here are my thumbnails from a long time ago. Let me see if I can find October. It would be a 10. It'd start with a 10 for the 10th month. And I can see this is back to 2024. So we can see what we did last year in October. It started right over here. So generally the red, a lot of times the red. Okay, this was October 8th, crypto bear market. I guess the YouTube thumbnails would probably be the Root Dog Crypto. And we'll go to the live stream action over here. Is there a way to sort this? Filters. Sort by upload date. I guess do that. I would rather go from crap. That means I got a lot of scrolling to do. Let me see if we can do that real quick. That was an easy way to do this. Oh, there's gotta be an easier way to do this. Should give me an option. I just want to see what my thumbnails look like last year, or what the titles, to give us a feel of the sentiment. Cause October, man. 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Get to see all my old thumbnails here. There's gotta be an easier way to do this. We're not there yet. Some of the music. Okay, so that's at the beginning of the year. We're getting there. 8 months ago. That was Christmas. We're getting there. Oh, what happened to you? That was October, I believe. This is 1 year ago. And you would have been October. This is, yeah. This was October last year right here. And scary market gonna bite you. Crypto market retraced. So it was scary, and I should be able to go by the color codes over here. Oh, this is Labor Day, so that's September, Rectember, and now we're getting into November here. Altcoin OnlyFans. Bitcoin shocking rejection leaves bulls mystified. Will crypto bite you? Market lookout looks. So it was shaky back in October too. Bitcoin's baddie price action leaves news boobed. Okay. I don't know what that's about. There seems to be a boob theme going on in October. Fun bags. Okay. Bitcoin dump right here. October. It's common. It's common. Will crypto recover? October right here. Feeling bearish? Is crypto going to drop? October. And so it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag as we continue to drop for Bitcoin. 106. It looks like it's going to be on the program right here. Let me come back over to the chat. Wanda says, just woke up. WTF happened? Mr. Miles said, Kraken just disabled trading for me. No! That's the bad thing about centralized exchanges. One thing you don't have to worry about so much with the Dexes, right? Uniswap and all that stuff. They're open 24/7. Swede down 30%. Feels like alts are dead. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. 35%? Oh, I bet I just got liquidated on a bunch of perp trades that I've been trying to. Yep. Oh man, well, I just lost damn. Well, I lost about $5,000 in futures over there on my futures account, except for my Bitcoin short, which is golly, that sucks. At least you got that. Oh man. Well, it looks like I got stopped out of a lot of stuff. Some stuff is still being kind of scary here. All right. Oh no, you got to. Oh, what happened? System busy, so I'm having some issues here too. All right, so we're getting us. Oh wow, you got to. I got to repay you. Some of this stuff is close to liquidation prices here. Oh, come on now. And I'm timed out. I can't repay this stuff. You gotta let me repay you. Even if you give me, at least I got the cash. But come on now. All right, I'm having trouble with my exchange too, as far as getting things paid back. Well, I'm glad I've had stop losses in play. Oh man, Naka? What the hell? Alright, you're not. Pardon me, guys, but I've got to take care of my accounts too at the moment. This is an emergency kind of situation here. You're not letting me make transactions here. I don't like that. Come on now. I'm just trying to pay things back, baby. I'm trying to take care of my account. All right, ladies and gentlemen, based on what we see here, as much as I would love to sit here and go with it, I've got to go take care of my account. So I'll see you guys tonight. Here's the end screen. See you tonight.
Yesterday, I thought my profits were here to stay. Like Superman, up, up, and away. Oh, I remember yesterday. Suddenly, my funds half of what they used to be. I took too much leverage like a newbie. Oh, I remember yesterday. Why I sold too low, I don't know, I couldn't say. I didn't know how far it could go. How I long for yesterday. Yesterday, crypto dreams were just a trade away. Now I'm stuck with losses every day. Oh, I believe in yesterday.